Hi, and welcome to Greywolf Adornments. My name is Lisa, and I am the Chief Designer. And right now, actually, I'm the only designer at Greywolf Adornments. And in today's video, we're going to do a bit of an update for you, so you can see what's going on with Greywolf. So keep watching. Alrighty, thank you so much for staying with me. So, wow, the ending of 2021 was very contentious. It was a very rough couple of weeks, those last 2 weeks of December. I had my grandson, and after, a couple of days of being here, he gets really bored and it's really difficult to entertain him. So that was one thing. That was a challenge. And I guess I just wasn't mentally prepared this time to take on a 6-year-old for that long amount of time. And it was a challenge. It was definitely a challenge. And so my mother has also developed some um, health problems that we are having to address at the beginning of this year. Um, we're still not 100% sure what's going on with that. So that is something that it will be ongoing this year until we find out what's going on. And also, my sister-in-law had cancer, and the person that was taking her back and forth to her treatments suddenly developed a case of COVID, which I'm not, you know, there are circumstances which make us believe that she was more interested in doing it for the prestige and the money than she was really trying to help my sister-in-law. So I kind of took over as her driver to get her back and forth to her treatments. And so I have been working some very long hours at work and at my day job, because I don't know if you're new to the channel, Greywolf is my side business, and I have a full-time job that I have to work, unfortunately. So I've been working some long hours in very early in the morning, and then getting off and taking her to her radiation treatments. So it's made for some very long days. So unfortunately, I've not had a whole lot of free time for creating anything. However, I have enough stock right now that I still plan to do my first live sale. That happens on the, let me see. My first live sale of the year will go on as planned on the 13th. That is next week. I have had to cancel my winter release because with everything that's been going on, I just haven't had a time to do anything and to create anything for a release. That will change for the spring release, which is coming in March. I should have plenty of time between now and then to create some new products for the spring launch. I'm looking forward to that. So what will be on my live sale on the 13th is some products that I haven't featured before, and So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be testing out a new way of doing things, and hopefully you'll be able to see the details and see the products a lot better. Okay, so carrying on, my mother gets bored sometimes. She was ringing the doorbell to see who would come and answer the door. And apparently I'm the only one. But anyway, my goodness, she's bored, I think. um, so to carry on this conversation, so what I plan to do over the next 2 months is I've found a tutorial to teach me how to do some reusable sponges. So and really they're not really sponges. They're just we call them a reusable sponge because they're something similar, but you can throw them in the washing machine and wash them and reuse them over and over again. So I'm planning to add that. I am going to start working on the reusable um, the reusable menstrual pads as well, and the makeup pads. Um, those are three products that I know I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be working on a patchwork teddy bear that is made from scrap fabrics. That is another thing I plan to be working on, and the point of the teddy bear and some of these other things like the scrunchies. I'm going to be doing some scrunchies to add to the lineup. But the point of adding these to my lineup is it uses up the scrap fabrics that are generated by my other bigger projects, like the tote bags, for instance, and um, the menstrual pads generate some scrap materials, and the coasters or the mug rugs, whatever you want to call them, they also generate some scrap fabrics. So the point of doing these is to use up some of those scrap fabrics so nothing gets wasted. And that is part of green living, is using up things and keeping things out of the landfill. I hope to do more projects with the jars, the decorated jars. And of course, as always, I I am a jeweler at heart, and I have plenty of projects to work on utilizing some of those scrap materials that I got in the junk jewelry bag. So I have plenty to do that will occupy my time for the next 2 months. So on the release, it'll be a good release with lots of product, and of course having time to do that. Now, I believe I'm going to be getting a promotion here in the next um, few months or a couple months, and I'll have a little bit more control over my schedule, hopefully, and I will have more time to give to these projects. And of course, a lot of this depends on the outcome of all of my mother's testing for her, for what she's got going on with her health right now. So this is what I hope to add to the spring release. I am always looking for new projects to do going into the new year. Um, I also want to try making some everyday napkins that you can use every day, and some other kitchen sets that you can use to replace the paper toweling, and just to have everyday items that you can use every day that's okay if it gets stained. These are definitely not items that special occasion items, like the whole special occasion napkins and stuff you would use to dress the table for a special occasion. These are going to be everyday items that you can use every day in replace of the single-use paper towels and things like that. So hopefully, I will have more time to devote to my sideline business and to Greywolf. And with the garden season coming on, I am also already planning my garden. I hoped, I have a sister channel called My Pagan Pathworks, and I also have a shop on my Pagan Pathworks Facebook page that contains more spiritual items than what I carry in my Greywolf shop. I hope to be adding some homemade herb mixes to that shop pretty soon. A lot of it depends on how well I can get my garden going this spring. So lots of things in the works. I'll be sharing those with you as well as I go along because I believe it's important for just for consistency to show you what I'm doing. I'm also going to be doing a review pretty soon of some reusable Ziploc bags that I found at my local store where I work. I'm excited about those. We use a lot of Ziploc bags at our house, so if I can switch over to these, I'll just, I won't have to buy them anymore. Oh, pardon me. Of course, everything wears out over time, so I would have to replace them over time, but that initial investment would save us some money in the long run because I wouldn't be spending so much money on Ziploc bags. And these Ziploc bag, this style of bag is washable, so it keeps that out of the landfill, and that's one of the most important things in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to 2022. I hope that you guys will stay with me, and I thank you so very much for watching, and I'll have lots more content, I hope. So I invite you to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss a thing, and thank you again and have a great day.